I'm the most annoying guy on set because I'm saying, excuse me, you do realize that this should be happening and they wouldn't do that, and you haven't read this, that means this would be impossible. And everyone's just going, Henry, just shut up and do the thing. And I'm like, I don't want to do the thing because he wouldn't do it this way, and he can do it. I have always looked at fan reactions, whether they be fully supportive or negative or aggressive or whatever they may be, as passion. Fans are just passionate. I'm a fan.
What if the one person who made a fantasy world feel real suddenly walked away? Fans didn't see it coming. One day, Henry Cavill was the face of The Witcher, the perfect embodiment of Geralt of Rivia, a man of few words and hidden pain. The next, he was gone, and the internet exploded. But his exit wasn't just about scheduling conflicts or creative differences. No. Behind the curtain was a storm of frustration, betrayal, and one photo that sparked a digital riot.
A man that had such love for this franchise that after production was over, he would go home and still stay in costume. The man that was described by his co-stars as a living, breathing Witcher Bible. Even the actress behind the character of Yennefer said that he knows more than anyone about the world of The Witcher and all the rules and regulations and the terms in Witcher knowledge. He's up there. And now he is gone. The Henry Cavill, Geralt of Rivia era has come to an end after 3 seasons, and now we are entering into the Liam Hemsworth era, which is only going to be lasting about 2, as the show is coming to a close after season 5.
For years, Cavill had been hailed as the reason The Witcher worked. His intensity, his devotion, his respect for the source material. He was the show. And when he walked away, the cracks beneath Netflix's glossy fantasy world started to show. This is the story of how one man's love for a character turned into a clash with an industry that forgot what passion looks like. Because when Henry Cavill left The Witcher, it wasn't just a casting change. It was a revolution waiting to happen. Before all the drama, there was admiration. Henry Cavill didn't just play Geralt. He became him. He trained in full armor, studied the novels and games, and pushed for authenticity in every scene. Fans could feel it. He spoke like Geralt, moved like Geralt, breathed The Witcher's world as if it were his own.
It certainly didn't go well for Netflix or for The Witcher when they debuted the teaser trailer for season 4, giving people their first look at Liam Hemsworth taking over the role for Henry Cavill. You can see by that ratio it didn't go well. 140,000 dislikes to 28,000 likes. Comments full of people just blasting it to pieces, talking about why Henry Cavill left. And of course, the reason Henry Cavill left is because the show went in a completely different direction.
Behind the scenes, Cavill was known for politely challenging writers whenever the scripts drifted too far from the lore. He wasn't doing it for ego. He was doing it for fans who cared. And that's what made people fall in love with his version of the character. He wasn't another Hollywood actor chasing a paycheck. He was a gamer, a reader, a believer. But while Cavill was living the role, not everyone on the production seemed to share that same dedication. Writers reportedly mocked the source material, dismissing fan input and twisting the story's tone. At first, Cavill held the line, but legends don't always get the endings they deserve. And his patience was about to run out. When Netflix announced that Liam Hemsworth would replace Cavill as Geralt, fans were stunned. But they tried to stay hopeful. Maybe, just maybe, Hemsworth could rise to the challenge. But when the season 4 teaser dropped, hope turned into outrage almost instantly.
The Watcher before you, The Witcher.
The Witcher,
before
yeah.
you started.
I hadn't seen the TV show, and I hadn't read the book.
And you have a sense that you're going, is this really necessary?
Within hours, dislikes flooded the trailer. Hashtags like #NotMyGeralt trended worldwide, and memes comparing Liam to a budget cosplay version of Cavill spread across Reddit and Twitter. It wasn't that fans hated Liam. It was that the soul of the series felt missing. The grit, the depth, the unspoken weight behind Geralt's eyes, gone. The comments section became a battlefield. Some defended Netflix's choice, but the majority felt betrayed. It's like they replaced Iron Man mid-movie, one fan wrote. The backlash was so intense that even casual viewers who had never seen the show joined in on the chaos. But as it turned out, this wave of outrage was only the beginning, because a few weeks later, one photo would break the internet and reveal just how deep this problem went. It started as a simple leak, an image posted by a crew member that was quickly deleted, but not before fans saved it. The photo showed Liam Hemsworth dressed as Geralt, but something felt off. He wasn't in armor or battle gear, just casually standing between takes with a half-hearted smirk, holding a fake sword like a prop instead of a weapon. To casual viewers, it was harmless, but to The Witcher's die-hard fanbase, it was blasphemy. They compared it to Cavill's behind-the-scenes shots. Cavill covered in mud, sword in hand, living the role with brutal focus.
When he left, fans saw it as a betrayal, not by Henry, but by the people running the show.
Within hours,
And now,
the photo
watching
was everywhere. Fans accused Netflix of turning The Witcher into a parody, and rumors began swirling that the leak had come from inside the production.
swinging that sword,
Someone
it felt
who
like
wanted
proof
the
that the
world to
creative
see
team
how
never listened.
disconnected
Fans weren't
things
just
had
mad
become.
that Henry was
The
gone. They
debate
were
turned
furious
vicious.
because his exit
Some
had been
defended Hemsworth's effort. Others said he looked like Geralt on vacation, but the damage was done. That single image didn't just embarrass Netflix.
The show had lost
it
its identity.
reignited
Even the
Henry
trailer's
Cavill's
music
name
choice,
across
an
the
upbeat
internet like
cinematic
wildfire.
score instead of the gritty
For
folk
months,
tones that defined
fans
earlier
tried to make
seasons.
sense of it all. Henry Cavill's exit didn't add up. The official reason was creative differences. But that phrase had been used so many times in Hollywood, it
Symbol
practically
of what
meant
fans
nothing.
saw as corporate
It was the
polish over
corporate
character.
equivalent
Reddit threads
of saying,
blew up with
"Don't
comparisons
ask
between the
questions."
new and old direction.
But this time, people did ask, and what surfaced next sent shockwaves through every Witcher community online. It started with a rumor. A small entertainment blog
fans,
claimed
this
that
new one was
Cavill
made
had
for
confronted the
algorithms, and
Witcher's
the outrage didn't
showrunners
stop online.
during a
Cosplayers,
closed
lore
industry
YouTubers,
mixer
and
in
even-
London, a quiet, invitation-only event for Netflix insiders. There were no cameras, no press, just conversations between the people who
throwing it
actually
away.
made
Others
the
said
magic
they'd
happen.
cancel their Netflix
According to that
subscriptions
report,
once season 4
Cavill
dropped. That's the
approached
level of
table
emotional
where the
connection Henry
show's lead
Cavill.
writer sat, leaned in, and said something that no one expected. "You've turned something beautiful into a parody." The moment the quote hit social
his
media,
audience and the
it
level of
spread
destruction
like
the new
wildfire.
trailer caused. For fans,
Reddit
this
threads
wasn't just a casting
exploded.
change. It was the
YouTube
loss
channels
of-
analyzed every word, and fan pages treated it like gospel. Some said he was calm but firm. Others claimed it was heated, that
And just
voices
when
were
it seemed
raised
like
and
the storm
glasses
couldn't
were
get any
set down
louder, reports
harder
started
than usual.
surfacing that Henry
Nobody
Cavill
could
himself had
confirm
seen what was
exactly
happening. What he
was
did
said,
next would
but
take
everyone felt like they already knew the truth. Cavill had always been a perfectionist, and he'd spent years defending The Witcher's lore from being twisted or simplified. The idea that he finally snapped wasn't just believable.
the chaos
it
to
made
another
sense.
level entirely.
This
Now here's the
wasn't
thing,
first
as easy
time
as it is
cracks
to
had
bash the
shown.
trailer, a lot of people
Months
quietly
earlier,
admit something.
Writers
This
from the
isn't
show
really
had
Liam
reportedly
Hemsworth.
joked in interviews that they didn't care much for the source material. To casual viewers, that sounded harmless. But to Cavill, a man who had read every book, finished every Witcher game, and spoken publicly about respecting Andrzej Sapkowski's vision, it was blasphemy. He'd spent entire interviews pushing back, carefully, respectfully, but you could hear the frustration in his voice. The scripts were changing, the soul of the story was fading, and the man who was Geralt was losing control of the character he loved most. Some insiders even claimed Cavill had been quietly fighting for years, sending notes, suggesting rewrites, trying to preserve Geralt's emotional core. But as the show became flashier and less grounded, his feedback was reportedly noted and ignored. One insider described it best. He was trying to save a show that didn't want to be saved. When news of the alleged confrontation surfaced, fans didn't just sympathize, they rallied. Twitter was flooded with hashtags like #HenryWasRight and #RespectTheLore. TikTok edits paired Cavill's interview clips with dramatic music, portraying him as a lone knight standing against a cynical industry. He became more than an actor. He was a symbol of artistic integrity in a time when that seemed rare. Even though no one could confirm the confrontation happened exactly as rumored, fans didn't need proof. They'd seen the signs. Cavill's polite restraint in interviews, the slightly tired look in his eyes, the way he seemed less enthusiastic promoting later seasons. It all lined up. The story fit too perfectly, and in the world of fandoms, believability is everything. Soon, entertainment outlets picked up the rumor, phrasing it carefully. Reports claim Cavill voiced his concerns directly to producers. Others called it a quiet clash of visions. But underneath the diplomatic wording, the narrative was clear. Cavill had reached his breaking point. He didn't quit because he stopped caring. He quit because the thing he loved most was being twisted into something he couldn't stand behind anymore. And just when it seemed like the rumor might fade, Cavill did something that reignited the fire. No public statement, no interview, just a single post that said more than words ever could. A photo. A wolf medallion resting in his hand. The caption, "Some legends can't be replaced." It wasn't confirmation, it wasn't denial. It was something in between. Quiet, powerful, deliberate. And that's when fans knew. Whatever happened behind those Netflix doors, Henry Cavill had walked away with his dignity intact. Because sometimes, silence says more than confrontation ever could. The post appeared on Cavill's Instagram, a simple photo of Geralt's wolf medallion resting in his palm. Captioned, "Some legends can't be replaced." No hashtags, no explanations. Within minutes, it went viral. Over 5 million likes, thousands of comments, and fan-made edits flooding TikTok. People started interpreting it as a shot at Netflix, a farewell message, or maybe even a warning. "He's saying what we're all thinking," one fan wrote. "They ruined it." Major entertainment outlets picked up the story, but Netflix stayed silent. Liam Hemsworth didn't post anything either. And that silence only fueled speculation. Fans organized campaigns, flooded Netflix's comment sections, and even started tagging the platform's stock price with #Cavill effect jokes as it dipped. The Bring Back Our Witcher movement was born, uniting millions who felt the soul of the series had been stolen. But this wasn't just about fantasy anymore. It became a symbol of something much bigger, the fight between creative passion and corporate control. What started as outrage soon transformed into something much bigger. It wasn't just about Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher anymore. It became about what his departure represented. To millions of fans, Cavill wasn't just Geralt of Rivia. He was the rare Hollywood figure who still cared about the story more than the paycheck. And when he walked away, people saw it as proof of everything wrong with modern entertainment. Studios chasing algorithms instead of authenticity, executives rewriting art to fit market data, and the people who truly cared being pushed aside. Fan communities mobilized almost overnight. Reddit threads turned into protest hubs. TikTok creators began making emotional edits of Cavill's Geralt, with captions like, "He carried the whole world on his shoulders." Hashtags like "Respect the Lore," "Bring Back Cavill," and "Real Witcher" flooded every platform. There were even rumors that former crew members liked posts quietly supporting him, fueling the belief that this wasn't just fan delusion. Something real had happened behind closed doors. Then came the billboards. In Los Angeles, London, and Warsaw, digital signs lit up with the words, "Bring Back Cavill, legends can't be replaced." It was no longer an internet tantrum. It had become a full-blown movement. Commentators began comparing it to the Snyder Cut campaign, another instance where fans refused to let corporate control decide the fate of something they loved. And Cavill, whether he wanted it or not, became the reluctant hero of that rebellion. Entertainment journalists tried to calm the storm, writing that fans were being unrealistic or too emotional. But those words only poured gasoline on the fire. People weren't just defending an actor, they were defending passion itself. Cavill symbolized the craftsman, the person who still cared about every detail, every word, every choice, in an industry that had become obsessed with speed and profit. Even celebrities started quietly showing support. A few Marvel and DC actors liked posts praising Cavill's dedication. One screenwriter tweeted, "When the artists start walking away, it's time to ask why." And fans noticed. Every small sign became a clue that maybe, just maybe, Cavill's departure had shaken Hollywood more than anyone admitted. By the time The Witcher's new season finally premiered, something extraordinary had happened. The movement outshined the marketing. Cavill's name trended higher than Netflix's promotional campaign. The series that once built his fame now found itself haunted by absence. And no amount of trailers or special effects could fill that void. Because by then, people weren't just watching a show. They were witnessing a message, a quiet, powerful reminder that no matter how big the budget or flashy the world, authenticity still matters. And in that moment, Henry Cavill wasn't just the man who left The Witcher. He became the man who reminded everyone what storytelling used to mean. When the first full trailer for The Witcher Season 4 premiered, the reaction was brutal. Fans couldn't look at Geralt without remembering who used to wield that sword. The dislikes skyrocketed, and Cavill's name trended higher than Netflix's own campaign. The message was loud and clear. You can't replace authenticity. Cavill's Geralt wasn't iconic because of his looks or fight scenes. It was his sincerity. He made people believe in the world, not because he had to, but because he loved it. And that kind of passion can't be recast. Years from now, people may still debate whether Cavill was pushed out or left on his own terms. But one thing's for sure, he left his mark on storytelling forever. Because sometimes, it's not the heroes who slay monsters that we remember. It's the ones who stand up for what's real, even when the world around them forgets.